Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
We are here today because this cemetery discriminates, is racist in their treatment of our workers. And I came all the way from Brooklyn to say that if it could happen in the Bronx, it could happen in Brooklyn. If they disrespect blacks and Latinos, calling them out of their name, making them work on horrendous conditions, heat, and punish them.
Black workers are called spear chucks. Latino workers are called spics. We come to work, we expect to get paid the same as white workers who are doing the same work. We come to work, we expect to have the same opportunity that any other worker would have. That is not the case behind these gates at the Woodlawn Cemetery. Here, the blacks and Latinos are not given opportunities for advancement. Here, when they refuse to be allowed to be called spear chucks or spics, they get sent to dig graves by themselves under the hot sun.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The racist boss has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The racist boss has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The racist boss has got to go! Hey, hey!
Blacks and Latinos, we are the new majority in this town. We're not the minorities anymore, and we're not going to stand for any disrespect. If we don't get justice, then nobody is going to be at peace. There's going to come a time when we're going to say to this city, unless we're respected, nobody's going to be respected. Nobody's going to be at peace. Nobody's going to be able to work. And if we take this beyond this cemetery, where the racist boss lives, and we can go to his house to let his neighbors know that they're living next to a racist dog. Mayor, you, Christine Quinn, should be outraged that in the 21st century you have employers calling us niggers. You have employees calling us spics. When I'm with my man Ramon Jimenez, give him a big hand clap because he's going to be our next Attorney General of the New York State. We're going to get this freedom party on the ballot, and when we do, blacks and Latinos, we're going to rock this state. All we're asking for is to be men and women and be able to feed our families, to pay our mortgage, to finance our children going to school, to buy some health care. Those are fundamental things that should happen, but in a capitalist society, it's all about greed. It's all about exploitation. It's not about, we got a $63 billion budget in this city, and they're shutting down daycare centers, shutting down senior centers, and building Yankee Stadium. It's unacceptable, and we're going to fight, because we say no justice!
No peace! We want to thank Charles for coming all the way from Brooklyn, and Brooklyn and the Bronx are going to be united now for a long time. There's a secret buried at Woodlawn Cemetery. It's a secret that nobody knows about. It's a secret buried deep in Woodlawn Cemetery. And that secret takes us all the way back to Alabama in the 30s and Mississippi in the 40s.
Yeah.
That's the way they treat black and Latino workers here.
That's right.
And not only do you have a foreman that uses terms like spear chucker, but you got managers that support him 100%, and if you complain, they put you in the hot sun, 100 degrees, go dig that grave by yourself. It's like Paul Newman and Cool Hand Luke. That's what they do to you, just like Paul Newman. If you saw the movie, Paul Newman,
That's right.
Cool Hand
That's
Luke.
right. That's right.
We think in the Bronx or in Brooklyn, we got to stop this. If you read recently, New York City has 35%. In New York City, it was 35% white, and yet 70% of the jobs go to whites. And we believe the reason why we formed the Freedom Party is if someone invites you to dinner but doesn't feed you, do you go back to dinner to that house?
Hell no.
So how are you going to go to a party that excludes you?
That's right.
That has no blacks, no Latinos? We can't accept that. If you accept that, you got to hate yourself. If you hate yourself, then maybe you can vote for that party. But if you don't hate yourself, if you believe that Wall Street should be taxed, if you believe we got to be a form of movement, so this kind of stuff doesn't happen ever again in New York.
right.
You got to be with the South Bronx Community Congress, and you got to be with the Freedom Party.
Amen.
I just want to announce there's a brother here, Julio Munoz, who was with the 4D South Bronx Coalition, South Bronx Community Congress. He's running against Naomi Rivera. He deserves a lot of support. There's a brother here who's also running on the Green Party in this Assembly District. Where did he go? Trevor? Trevor?
How you doing?
Okay, this brother's running in this district on the Green Party. We also have a gentleman here from the Green Party running for Congress.
Running against Joe Crowley, the 7th Congressional District.
Running against Joe Crowley.
And for you, State Senate.
Okay, we want to get to Lydia LeBron. Lydia, we want you to speak with Pastor Lydia LeBron. By the way, if you haven't gone to church on 158th Street, Nelson Avenue, if you haven't gone to the Methodist Church, that's where the movement is being reborn in the Bronx. You got to go to this church. This is a church of liberation, justice, and struggle, and the pastor who leads that church is Lydia LeBron.
Thank you, Ramon, and thank you everyone for being here. As Ramon said, I am a pastor of a church that has taken very seriously the social justice claim of the Jewish and Christian tradition. That's why we are here. That's what our message is all about. About 400 acres of sacred land enclose the remains of hundreds of thousands of men and women in this cemetery. Some, you know, very rich and famous, but many from humble origins, many who worked hard and lived representing the best of their cultures and their ethnic origins. As people of faith, it is a moral imperative that we denounce injustice and that we advocate and fight for the rights and the dignity and the respect of all human beings, regardless of race and regardless of ethnic origin.
That's right.
It is an appalling thing. It is something that we cannot, something that we can avoid. That in this sacred place, where many of our ancestors and loved ones are buried, there's a lot of discrimination, name calling, slurs, racial epithets to Black and to African American and Latino workers. We demand that the board of directors of the cemetery, that the administration of this cemetery respect the dead ones and respect the workers who lay the soil on the tombs and keep these tombs ornate for the loved ones to come and visit. There are some supervisors that need to be fired. This environment that fosters discrimination and that fosters racism needs to be prevented, needs to be corrected, needs to be completely eliminated. That's why we are here. We hope and we expect that the board of directors and the president of the cemetery respond to the moral imperative of justice and equality and assure that everyone in this cemetery is treated with dignity. We will continue supporting the workers and we will not rest until we see conditions at this cemetery change.
Can't take it no more. We're fired up. Can't take it no more. We're fired up. Can't take it no more.